everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.
You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. How are you, Celeste Johnson?
I am fantastic. I love that music.
Yes.
I am great.
I can't sing it. I have to say it. So you're the songstress. I can't sing it, but it's all good. One of my church members put that song together, and she did a fantastic job. It's The Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, y'all happy to be here today?
Yay. I know I am. Yes,
I know
indeed.
I'm happy because I get the opportunity to have a lady that we call the best from the east to the west, and she is Celeste Johnson. You all may know her from just being very in the forefront of different projects with Dr. Les Brown. So many of you have encountered Celeste Johnson if you've already been through the Hungry for Greatness training program or a lot of programs that Les Brown does. Guess what? She's been right there front and center helping with those trainings. So you've had some hands-on experience, and all of us, including myself, have learned quite a bit from Celeste Johnson. So welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thank you so much, Kim. What a delight to be here. You're always a delight to be with.
Oh, same here. Same with you. Listen, I am excited as you all come in. Let us know where you're visiting in from and put your name, where you're visiting, and most importantly, share the broadcast. Let everybody know that we are here live Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, we're going to be talking about something that's important. You want to give everybody a snippet of what they can expect of what we're talking about today?
Well, I'm excited because although I have authored several books, 8 to be specific, my best-selling book, which is Dare to Succeed, it used to be the subtitle, No More Excuses, It's Time to Win, and that's still there, but I have revised it. Oh my gosh, and I am so excited about it because it's Dare to Succeed despite the odds. We talk about so many different reasons why we cannot or could not or should not. I'm saying no matter what, we can win, and now is the time. So I'm excited about the book.
I'm excited about it as well. And the thing is, you know, when we talk about our mission and our purpose and what we feel like we're kind of called to do here on this earth, one of the things that I really believe that God has put me here to do is to encourage women to know that no matter what our circumstances are, no matter what our situations, no matter things that have happened to us that are by force or by choice, we get the opportunity to overcome some of those odds, and we can do anything that God has created us to become. And so I really want people today to take heed to everything that Celeste Johnson is sharing. It is a game changer for your lives. So I cannot wait for us to go ahead and get started with today's topic. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. But you know what? Before we do that, before we take a commercial break, let's see who's in the virtual studio audience and where you're coming in from. Wait, I put my glasses. Reading glasses.
That's a good thing.
Come on. All right, let's go. Let's go. Who's here? Put some comments up, Mackenzie backstage. I see you. Thank you for joining in. And let's see who's here today. Amazing. Watching from Liberia, Melvin is in the house. Hey, Melvin. Who else? Yay. Amazing. Watching from Botswana, Aruba. Hey, Rita. How are you? Chris? Chris still. Oh, you tagging some people. That's the way to do it, William. Thank you. Facebook user all the way from St. Louis, Missouri. I see you saying, hey, ladies. Hey. Yay. Ben said, hey. Let's see who else is out here. And Jeannie says, hello, Celeste. Hey. Okay, I see some more tagging. That's good. I see you from Scotland, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Femi's in the house. Clevie from South Carolina. Tony Smith, I see you guys. Bryson in Atlanta.
Woo,
Oh, Ben, he got a ring. I don't know what
I
that means.
know.
You want to
I don't
marry
know, but
Celeste
I
Johnson?
like the idea.
Wait, before you just keep going, Mackenzie, guess what? Let me let y'all know. Celeste Johnson are you single, Celeste?
Yes, I am. And open to possibilities, as I always say to my audience. I'm open.
You're gorgeous. I don't know what your age is, but I know you are drop dead gorgeous.
That's so
And you have a voice that is one that sounds so awesome and exhilarating and angelic. So, anyway,
sweet.
y'all keep in mind Celeste Johnson, the beautiful
Hey.
queen. Hi, Princeville, North Carolina. Teresa's in the house. All
Hey,
right. Hello,
Teresa.
everyone. Great to be on this transformational platform again. UGV says, I am Benjamin, viewing from Nigeria, and I am expected. You're going to get a lot. You're going to get exactly what you're expecting today, UGV. All right,
That's
dare no matter what. All right. So what we're going to do, glad to have you all in the studio audience from Canada, Phoenix, all of you all, Pittsburgh, everybody that's chiming in today, North Carolina, right here in my beautiful area of Charlotte. All of you all, thank you. We'll keep the comments popping up. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear from Celeste Johnson,
that's
and
right.
you're in for a treat. We'll be right back.
It's not just another day, it's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone, we are back and we are talking with Celeste Johnson. Celeste, we're going to be talking today about how to dare to succeed despite all of the odds. And when I hear that, it makes me think of some things that you had to overcome to even get to that mental space yourself to
Mhm.
be able to teach us. So take us and talk to us about what made you get to that point and that realization in your own life.
Great. Let me give you the backdrop on on the book, because I
Okay.
think that really sets the tone. The Dare to Succeed is an outpouring from me running the New York City Marathon. And I went from not running, I was not a runner, to running 26.2 miles. And some of you may know, I didn't actually know this until recently, less than 1% of the population in the world, or even in the United States, both run and complete marathons. So it's a big thing, right?
Yes.
And I did it because as a speaker and a trainer, I was coming up. I didn't have that rags to riches story. I hadn't overcome any major obstacles. So I figured I'd run the marathon and have something to talk about, right? And
Hmm.
so for me, it was coming from a point though where I was not a runner. I'm telling you, the first time I tried to run, I thought I was going to die that first mile, right? And talk about the odds being against me, someone that had not ever done it, and I'm claiming I'm going to do it. It was a big step. And so the book is really an offshoot from that, because in that process of training and actually running, I ran the New York City Marathon twice.
Hmm.
The second time I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke, right? But
That's
in that
crazy.
process,
Kudos to you. That's
thank
huge.
you.
How many of you all in the studio audience have ran a marathon? I have, and I'll tell you my fake out story in the future. But
Oh,
let
that's right.
me it's a fake out story. It's not for real. Okay. But if you've ran a marathon of any kind, make sure that you put it in the comment section. So you ran it twice.
I ran it twice, 7 years apart from each other. But the key that I learned, Kim, and all of you who are watching, is we are all in a marathon. I call it the marathon of life, the ultimate endurance race, right? We all want to get to the finish line. We want to be victorious. We want to have a good time along the way. And so there are total stories that are that segue right into our lives, things that I learned along the way in training and running in the marathon, the physical marathon, that apply in our day-to-day living. So that's where the essence of the book comes from. And if you
Good.
can go from 0 to 26.2 miles in one day, which I don't think our bodies were made to do, but
Right.
okay. But if you can do that, you can pretty much overcome anything. And that's where I take off the message from the book.
That's interesting. I am so impressed with that because actually there's a big marathon right coming up the August, I think it's August, September 30th, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. And it's regarding Cystic Fibrosis Foundation Extreme Hike. And I had some
Mhm.
guests on. So if you missed that episode, I'll make sure we put that link in there. And they were talking about a huge marathon at 30 miles, and it's to help raise awareness and funds to find a cure for cystic fibrosis. And I had them on as
Mhm.
a guest on this
Good.
past week. And I love their episode too, because they were talking about how they're going to help find a solution,
Mhm.
hopefully with some of the funds that get raised. And I have 3 children that live
Mhm.
in my house that I birthed that do live with cystic fibrosis. So
Yeah.
anytime somebody's doing these hikes and these marathons, it's usually for a
A
cause.
good cause.
And
Absolutely.
yours, you were doing it because you wanted to be able to do what?
Well, I actually wanted to do a couple things. One is to optimize my own physical health because it did require some training and discipline. And we talk about success. There is a direct link between physical health and being able to sustain success. You may be able to hit it and do certain things, but you need energy. You need the capacity to pursue. And so part of it was to be healthy so that I can do the work that God put in me, which is the assignment to go out and inspire and encourage people. So physically being healthy, and again, having a story of something that really required me to dig deep. It required me to do something I'd never done before. It required me to say it's possible when it looked like it wasn't possible. Who wants to
Mm.
get up and do that? I mean, come on, it takes a lot of time, physical time, and out of your schedule. So you have to sacrifice and make adjustments. But that's what we do in life, right?
Right.
So in that particular race, the first time I didn't raise funds, but a second one I did, because there are all kinds of charities that associate with marathons or with other races, 10Ks or 5Ks even. So that's another way that you can add value to the sacrifice that you're going to make, but to the victory you're going to get as well.
I love all of these correlations and illustrations and everything that you're already sharing. And again, it's not a big question answer session, but just a conversation that we're having here with Celeste Johnson.
Absolutely.
And she's dropping significant knowledge on how to dare to succeed despite the odds. Let's see. Somebody, Thelma, said that you ran 11 marathons.
Get it? Woo! Go Thelma.
Go,
So she knows.
Thelma.
So she knows you got to be a little crazy, okay? When you get out there, Thelma will tell you, if you all talk to her, when you get out there, one of the wonderful things is at the beginning of the race, you got all these people. In New York, it was 35,000 people that ran that year. And all of this energy, this kinetic energy, because you have to be a little touched to get up that early and be running. And then when you go through the process and you get tired and you want to stop, and that's part of life too, right? Along the way, we start off excited about a new job, excited about a new relationship, excited about a child, and all of them can get on your last nerve and you want to
Yes.
quit. You can't quit. You got to press on. So Thelma will tell you that for sure. And it's just an amazing experience. And I'm not necessarily advocating that you have to run a physical marathon, but whatever your challenge is, whatever you're trying to succeed at, you can do this. And it starts with your mind. You've got to believe it, man. You got to choose, you got to decide, and then you have to discipline yourself to just go for it. But you can do this. And that's really the message of the book. It is really, let me tell you, Kim, when I was doing this revision, because I've revised it, this is the second time.
I know I
I
was a
had
part of some of the revisions back in the day. I'm like, girl, this book been ready.
it's
Get
been
this
ready.
about
Well,
40 years ago.
I know, but here's the deal. What's wonderful about writing, and some other writers may know this, when you're reading your own stuff, I said, oh, this is really good. It's the thing that I need as well as you. I mean, it's things that really inspires you
Right.
to move forward, because we all need that. We all need to have a little nuance. And what I did here is really go to core success principles. There are principles. Principles remain the same. There's all kinds of variations in our lives, but principles are principles. And over the years, time-tested, proven principles really help you to stay on point. And so these are core cornerstones. You must do these in order to really get to the place where you want to go. Now, you can try to do it without it, but these are the foundational ones. And so I'm excited to provide that for people.
I love it. I love it. And that's Mackenzie. She was trying to come on to help me, but but I told her if for some reason she pops off, it pops her automatically on the screen,
Okay.
which
I
is
like being
wonderful.
popped.
I was like, hello, who is that? That's Mackenzie from backstage. All right. So listen, this is some good stuff that you're saying. And I salute you too that ran the 11 marathons. That's a big deal. So stay on point. Stay on point is such a
Mhm.
key point that you're making. Let me pull up the book cover because I want people to know what to look for when this book gets released. Dare to Succeed. No more excuses. It's time to win. Now,
Yes.
DARE is an acronym here, and you all are going to find out after this commercial break what DARE stands for. Are you all ready for this? All right. All right. So we'll take another commercial break and we'll be right back to hear what DARE stands for.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everett, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, everyone, we are talking with Celeste Johnson, and she is the author of Dare to Succeed Despite the Odds. And so I want to find out from you, Celeste, what does DARE stand for?
Very good. Well, DARE stands for the D is discipline. And it's various disciplines that we must have. We can all have a vision and a dream, and that's wonderful. But that's just a dream if you don't discipline yourself to act on it consistently. And so it's various areas that I dive into in the book, the discipline, mental disciplines. You got to have the right growth mindset, or you're never going to move forward. We talk about physical disciplines. I mentioned briefly, you really need to work on your health. You are better. You have the energy to do the work if you are physically disciplining yourself and doing the things we need to do to optimize our success. Spiritually, where is your heart? Where's your spirit? Where's your emotion? Are you feeding that part of you? So we go through various disciplines and help you with practical ways to strengthen those.
That's
Things that's going to
good.
help you to stay on point. How do you do that in real ways? The A stands for act. Act with not just arbitrary act, though, because the idea is great, but you must take some action. A lot of people have great visions, but you've got to take action. And you need to act with clarity and focus. That's key. We don't want to just take arbitrary action here or there. We want to be very clear. The clearer you are of anything, the increased likelihood you will achieve it. So we work on how do you become really crystal clear on what you want to do. Now, that's not enough because you can be clear of something and then not focus. You can have the clarity over here and do other things, and distractions is huge. So how do you stay focused, right? So we talk about acting with clarity and focus. And then the R is raising the bar. Oh my gosh, we got to raise the bar in various areas of our life. One of them is expectation. The gentleman earlier said something expecting. One of the things is raise the bar on what you expect. Ladies and gentlemen, you get what you expect. When you expect something, your behavior changes. You talked about, Kim, I know you have children and many people out there have children, right? And when you expect a child to come into your life, you start preparing for them, right? You start making room for them. You do the room, you decorate, and all of the expectations. You expect to get, company to come to your house. You may clean up. Some people do.
I hope we do.
We hope so, right?
I know, you're like, yeah.
But it's the expectation that causes the behavior to change. So when you expect to win, when you expect to make a certain amount of money, your behavior changes to prepare for that. When you expect a job to come, you dress different. You do things differently when the expectation is raised. So we talk about how do you raise that expectation and be very clear. And other areas that we raise the bar on.
That's
we
good. So raise that bar.
Raise the bar. Expectation, your belief factor, all of that needs to go up, and we want to make sure that we have put that in place for you to do it. And then we talk about raising the bar on endurance. We talk about this is an endurance race. How do you press past when you get exhausted? How do you press past when people really have disappointed you and they've let you down? How do you get past the challenges of losing a loved one? You know, we've been in this last couple of years, so many people have relocated to heaven, is what I call it. My mom
Yeah.
is gone, and our hearts are broken. How do you get past that? How do you pick up and move on and still be successful and not get stuck? You know, there's a lot of things that we need to learn. So that's another thing of how do you raise the bar in that endurance, and it's pretty cool. And other things. So I won't give you everything away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's this is literally going to be a game changer for people. They're going to have a tool, a toolkit right in their hands, almost like a blueprint to be able
Absolutely.
to apply it to their daily lives. So, I'm excited about this.
It absolutely is a blueprint. I actually have most of it is content. It's not enough to overwhelm you, but I actually have application systems in there. Okay, so what are you going to do with this? Okay, so you heard it. It sounds good. You're
Yes.
excited. Now, what does that mean for you? And I give you opportunities to really process the information, and that's in the book. And there's a little mini success journal in the back. And I actually developed this is down the road, but I actually have a 90-day journal if you really want to deep dive on that. So I'm very much about application. It's not about just knowing. Again, it's like knowing, and how do you apply it for yourself? So
This
yeah,
is
that's all in
so
there.
good. Listen, in the virtual studio audience, if you have questions, maybe you have found yourself stuck in a specific area of your life. This is an hour of our time together today for you to walk away with some answers, some immediate solutions to be able to apply to your life. So ask your questions, and we'll pop some of those questions up and give Celeste a chance to address it. Don't walk around stuck when
Love it.
there's a solution right here in front of you. A book that's coming out. When is the book coming out? Let people know when they can expect that book.
Actually, the book is coming out on the Friday. I think that's the 26th is Friday. Whatever
Yes,
that Friday
August
is, we're going to do.
26th.
We're doing a launch, an Amazon launch on that day. I'm so excited about that. Yay. We're making a bestseller. Yay. I've got someone working with me on that. And then we're going to be doing a challenge, a 5-day challenge following that for people to deep dive. So you really want to get the book so you're able to really deep dive on the challenge, which is really awesome. It's a 5-day opportunity to really put your blueprint together in a meaningful way. So yeah, the end of this month is just off the chain, and really
Yes.
something to be excited about.
Well, I want to give you all a chance to screenshot it. So do that now while we give you this moment. All right. All right. Hopefully, you had a chance to screenshot the image, and make sure we are going to let you know exactly where you need to go to be able to pre order the book. And you're going to learn more today about a challenge that's also happening, a 5-day challenge. And that's something that Celeste is going to be talking about throughout this broadcast. Let me see. Did anybody in the virtual studio audience have any questions, any comments, any thoughts? Oh, I'm Pastor Moses. It's a pleasure to have you on here.
Hey, Pastor.
And very nice. Very okay. Go ahead, Mackenzie. You can work it. I'm sorry, I'm doing your job. She's like, hello, get your hands off the buttons, Kim. I'm back here. Okay, absolutely
Awesome.
true.
T. Harv Eckert. He's amazing. He's got great material. T. Harv Eckert.
Oh, Thelma says this makes her want to write a book.
That's what you should, Thelma. Do it. Come on out here. It's important, that I think it goes to voices. Kim, we've talked about Voices of Hope, which is a membership I deal with. Another project is there, but it's about using your voice, be it a book, be it speaking, be it doing the show like you're doing, to take what you know, what you've learned, what God has put in you, to
Yes.
share and inspire other people that hasn't had the experience that you've had. And that could be just the spark, like she said. Now it makes her want to write. Great. It could be the spark that makes you want to do whatever you do that you share with others. So I think it's really important. One of the things I want to share with you, Kim, is a part of the Raising the Bar as well, is on being extraordinary.
Yes.
Be extraordinary. Choose to be extraordinary. And when I look at that, there's ordinary. Ordinary is fine. We need ordinary. because without ordinary, there would be no extraordinary, right?
Right,
So but
right.
you don't want to be one of those people. Choose to go that extra mile. Choose to raise the bar on your capacity. Learn more, do more, be
Yes.
more, because you can. People say, why? It takes work. Yeah. And many times people say, I know lessons often said, it's lonely at the top. Yeah, because most people are not willing to do the work that it takes to get there. But I tell you, the air is good, you eat better, you shop better. It's just a good place to be.
Yes, yes.
you
I
know,
agree, Celeste. I agree. And Oprah actually said too, to be more splendid. She
More
said, be more
splendid.
extraordinary and use
Yes.
every moment to fill yourself up. So don't just go through life just being a regular. Oh, if you could just be
That's right.
extraordinary.
Why? Why be average when extraordinary is available? I mean, really, why?
Right,
It's
and who
so
can
much
be
fun.
extraordinary? That's the big question because people may feel like, well, how do I become extraordinary? Extraordinary, according to I don't even know who said it, but is extraordinary belongs to those who create it, basically. So
That's
if
right.
you create extraordinary life, it can begin with where you are right now. Don't worry
Absolutely.
about the future. Worry about where you are and what you can do to make things extraordinary with what you have that you have available to you right now.
Absolutely. So, real practical terms. So, if you cook, you know how to cook, great. Learn how to cook it really well, right? Instead of just doing average and throwing something together, what if you do something special, a little step above, right? How can you get dressed, you go to work every day or wherever you go. Okay, you can put on clothes and that's fine. But why don't you put on something to make you look fabulous? Why not? Why not do your hair? That's the extra. I'm talking about every
Why
little
not
bit.
put these glasses on, even though I don't need glasses,
I
but I'm
know.
putting on my reading glasses so I can see y'all. So just make it a little bit more
But here's a
extraordinary.
greit example. It's not only just reading glasses, they're fabulous reading glasses, right?
Are
That's the extra.
they? Oh,
You look great, right? So
I didn't
that's
I
the
didn't
way
know
you.
that. That's not like I'm walking around thinking, you look great. I just was
Oh, it
thinking I like
is.
these glasses.
It's different and it's unique. And that's what we all have the capacity to do, right?
Good, good.
If you sing, work on your gift. If you speak, work on your gift. Be better than you were last year. And I really encourage people, and this went back to the marathon as well, but I encourage people to compete with yourself. Don't necessarily compete with other people. What's
Yes.
your best? Best your best, right? If whatever you did, that was great, love that, honor that. But how can I be better than I was before? I don't have to compete with you because we all are coming from different places. We've got different experiences, different knowledge. And it's
Yes.
not horrible to compete against other people, but start with yourself.
Just
Can
be
I?
right.
Is
I
that a good
love
thing?
that.
It's a great thing, I'm telling you. And in the marathon, so let me tell you, I was not obviously not the premier runners that were getting paid the money. I was just trying to finish before they turned the lights out, right? I just want to make it before they say it's
But you
over,
did
go
it.
home.
You did it.
I did do it, and there were a lot of people behind me, so that was good. And I tell you, sometimes you're inspired by others that are coming up. That's like, wait a minute, I was running. This is years ago, and there was a lady who I don't know her, but she looked like she was in her 70s or 80s, and she was like catching up with me. I said, "Oh no, come on, I can do better, right?" And it's not that I'm trying to best her, but it pushed me. You get
Right.
it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I
No,
totally get it. Yes.
yeah, and
Somebody
that's what
okay,
we
so
do.
Thelma, we got that comment. There was another comment out here saying with a question. Mackenzie, let me see. I've been okay, go ahead. I actually tuned in because I saw your glasses as
See?
who
See?
knows?
There
So
you go.
my glasses attracted another viewer.
Because you're extraordinary.
Well, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show since you just tuning in for the first time over there
There
on
you go.
YouTube and like us and everything on Facebook. I'll put all of that out there. Come on, put some more comments up, Mackenzie. Thank you. What is the easiest way to make yourself successful according to Finnick? He wants to know the answer.
The easiest way. That's an interesting word, easy. Success is not always easy.
Right.
It takes some effort. That's why everyone won't do it because they are not willing to do the work. Now, ease, I would say if I had to address it from a quote unquote easy perspective, I think the best way is to be in alignment with your God-given assignment, with your gifts and talents. If you're doing the things that come naturally to you, sometimes we discount that. We think it's, oh, that's just me. No, that might be an indicator on what you're supposed to be bringing to the universe. And that becomes a lot easier because it comes naturally. So I would say, dear, look at what do you have a passion for? What does come easy to you? Can you leverage that in a business scenario and in a professional way? You know, I love to sing, right? I sing whether anybody listens or not, right? I sing all the time. I'm humming and singing because I love to do it. Now, are there other singers that are better than me? Absolutely. Not many. No, there are.
I was like, really?
There are many people that can sing circles around me. I'm above average. I would say that for sure. But it's the gift. And here's the thing. For those who are listening, I don't know where you are from a spiritual standpoint, but I believe in God and I believe he works through me. And so when I'm singing, I willingly use my vocal cords and my body and I learn the words and all of that. But there's a spirit behind what you do. When you are in alignment with what you're assigned to do, ladies and gentlemen, there's a power that comes that is kind of hard to define, but it works and people feel it. They get it. And people are inspired by what they feel. They act on what they feel, not what they know. Let me just be clear of that, right? And you do as well. So I would just say that to the young man who asked that question. And I want to read this one thing to you, Kim. It's this book is full of quotes. Okay, so it has content, great content. It has quotes to reinforce it related to each chapter. Part of the upgrade to it is be inspired. So I have quotes that relate to it that can give you different voices on that same topic that says, oh, okay, I get that. And then it also has what I call dig deeper. And so I have references, resources. If you want more information in this arena, here are some recommended resources.
Oh, I love the book. I love the book. I love it already.
It is right. So that's all readily available. And what I've done is I've done the work for you. You don't have to go Googling everywhere. I mean, you can, but it's all right here. You look right here. I want to know more about this. I give you references that I've already looked at, that I already know provide value, and then it can help you to go deeper. But here's a quote that I love, and I kind of gathered it from a couple people, but I think it's really good. It says, remember, there is no destiny without discipline and difficulty. There's no advancement without action and adversity. There's no strength without setbacks and struggles. There's no testimony without trials and tests, no power without purpose and perseverance, and no elevation without engagement and endurance. The road to success has twists and turns, hills and valleys, and the taste of the finish line victory is so sweet.
Good. That's good.
That is sweet. That. When you run across that finish line, it's like, oh my God, I did it. And that's what you want as well.
I love that. I love that quote. And, you know, a lot of times we learn a lot from Les Brown. And so we've had many quotes that if you just Google Les Brown, there's gazillion quotes out here that he's personally shared that our lives are changed as a result of it. But I love one of the quotes that he said, which is let me pull that up. I wanted to pull it up on the screen for you because I think this is just really.
He's a master at quotes.
Oh my gosh, yes. And we've learned, both Celeste and I, we've been under Les Brown's leadership for many years. And so it kind of rubs off on you automatically.
Yes, it does.
Like I'm saying different things that he says. But he says, too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears.
That's right.
Are you all afraid of something? If you are, I mean, like literally, Les says, if it's hard, then do it hard.
That's right.
Because inch by inch, it's a cinch. These are things that he said, if you fall down, make sure you fall on your back, because if you fall on your back, you can look up, which means that you can get up.
Absolutely. 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 So, you know, you're so right. And he's amazing. And he has so many quotes that go in my head as well. And what I want to ask the audience who's listening, what is the odds? What is it that's keeping you from
That's
really
good.
maximizing your success, optimizing it, going to the nth degree, going to the next level? What is that? Because I've heard, and I don't know, Kim, if you've heard this or not, but there's some people say, well, I'm too old.
Right.
My career is too late to get started. That's not. As long as you're alive and you have breath in your body, there's more that you can do. But is it too old? Is it that I'm too much in debt? I can't get out, or I don't want to this career. I didn't like it, but it's too late to change. What is that that's
Right.
holding you back?
Answer that question, everyone in the studio audience. And what we'll do when we come back, I want to actually just give you a chance to hear Celeste Johnson. She's very modest, but this woman has traveled the world. She's traveled everywhere. Where's one of the most recent places you went to? Was it Dubai? Where were you recently?
Dubai was the most recent out of the country. Yeah, it was Dubai and Singapore and Japan. Lots of places.
And
Lots of
when you're
places.
traveling, what are you doing? Because I know you'll be gone a lot.
Yeah, well, usually speaking and singing, a combination of those. I'm doing some training with leadership development. I'm always ending with a song when I travel with Les. Every time he finished speaking, I was up there singing, which was really cool as well. What a blessing that was, quite frankly. And yeah, and it's wonderful to combine that. So that's an example. I speak and I have the ability to sing. So what's extra for me is not just doing the message, but I throw in a song. What's extra for you? Some people, there's one person I was coaching, she loves to dance, right? And I said, hey, put some moves in there. I mean, people would really appreciate that. You could say the message and put a quick move in there. They were like, oh, what is your extra? I just keep going back to that because you can be that. Anyway, so that's what I do.
This
And
is
sometimes I do
good.
dance.
What is your extra? What is your extra? What is your extra? What is your extra? What is your extra?
That's
Put it
right.
in the comment section. Put what's holding you back, what's stopping you, what's blocking you, what's the hindrance, what's the
That's right.
issue. All of that. Celeste Brown is Celeste Brown. Down a
Oh,
couple.
Lord. See? Okay. Boy, have I heard that on
Okay,
the
I
road.
mean, I was blah, 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 blah. Celeste Johnson.
Thank
I
you.
was talking so much about Les Brown, but anyway,
Yeah.
who knows? I don't know what that is right now. We're gonna leave that
Could
one
be
alone.
worse.
All right, I was gonna play. Now that I take my
You're
foot out of
funny.
my mouth, all right, I'm going to play one of the brief performances with Celeste Johnson called "Live Every Day." She was singing in Singapore here, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, let me play this right quick.
You make it happen, yes you do. If you give yourself a chance, I know you can't go wrong. Just live every day of your life, make it turn out right. Gotta keep moving on. You got to be strong. Live every day of your life. Yeah, yeah. Oh, live every day of your life. Oh, yes. Live every day of your life. Keep your goals in sight, 'cause you're gonna make it big if you live every
I'll live every day. Beautiful. That is so. That's so
Oh
life.
my. That's the title song of my CD that's soon to be released as well, which is, again, just something I love to do and have been thinking about it forever. And Usually when I'm out singing like that, people say, "Where can I get that song? Is it recorded?" No, it's not recorded. So I finally have gone into the studio and I have recorded it along with some other really amazing songs and other musicians that are working with me. So that's another one of my extras, right? That I'm excited about, and that will be coming. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be another release coming, but for now I'm focused on Dare to Succeed and whatever yours is, whatever it is. I was thinking, Kim, when you were talking, asking what's the extra to the audience, and I'm hoping they really will respond.
Yes.
I mean, the one lady that is my client that likes to dance, maybe you like cooking. So what if you showed up as you're a speaker and you brought something? I mean, there's so many different, it's like the Reese's cup. Oh, let me show you. Okay. See the Reese's, I don't know if you can see the Reese's cup.
Yes.
Reese's, peanut butter and chocolate. You remember the commercial? They were separate. What they did was put them together and they came up with amazing product. And so what I'm saying to you is what may not seem should go together. What if you take this and you put it together and that's your unique extra? That's one idea.
Wow. I love it. Listen, okay, let's go to the virtual studio audience and see what some of the comments are since we've taken a few breaks here. Wow, such a beautiful voice, Eugenie
Thank
says.
you.
Benjamin says that. Okay, what else? Keep the comments coming, Mackenzie. I love this. You have a stunning anointed voice, Celeste Linda says. Great song, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. More comments. Your voice is exquisite.
Ooh, can I capture these?
Yeah, Dennis said your voice is exquisite. You're a unique extra, is what Carol McKenzie says. Okay. Joint ventures. I see hand claps. Okay. Let's see. Lots of other comments. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Teresa says, I love our colors. Jamari put a heart in there. Okay.
Thank you.
Any questions that came in or comments or things that people are dealing with, Mackenzie? I clean up nice though. He like, I clean. He trying, and he's like, hey, I could go out there and be in that audience. So about the odds. Here's a question Benjamin has. The fear of rejection and inferiority gets in the way. It's really depressing, Celeste, I must say. How can I get out of these scenarios, these cycles?
Yeah, rejection, inferiority. Okay, so guess what? No matter how perfect you are, somebody's not going to like it. Somebody will reject you, and rejection, I believe, more than not, comes from that person. There's a book, remember I'm a bookaholic, called The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements in there talks about don't take it personally, things personally, because people operate from their own stuff, their own mindset, their own drama. So many times people who don't really like themselves that much will reject others or will put others down, and they'll throw their own stuff on other people to make themselves feel better.
Wow.
You're going to run into rejection. That's just a part of the deal. It's part of the deal. So what you need to do is, first of all, acknowledge that you can't get away from it. And the other part of what your question is, inferiority, that really comes to really looking at yourself. And this is what I would suggest, a very practical thing to do. I cannot imagine there's anyone that has not had a lot of value in themselves. And a lot of times we just don't look at it. So take the time to assess yourself. What have you done well? What gifts do you have? What things have you accomplished in the past? I recommend people get a folder or a file cabinet and keep all of those accolades that you get. When people say something nice or when you achieve something, even as a kid, what did you do? That's great. And build your own sense of self-worth, because everyone brings value.
I agree.
And it's different. Yeah, so feed your own self, not as an ego, not to be arrogant, but just as a confident person. I'm sure, first of all, you're handsome. I'm looking at your picture, if that's you. You know how they put different pictures up.
Yes, I'm
handsomeness. Oh, you're handsome, so that's a good thing. I'm good looking. I'm easy on the eyes. I mean, that's a good thing. And you just have to feed your own self in a positive way. Be humble but bold. It's kind of it seems like a dichotomy, but it's both. I mean, I am good. I'm really good at what I do, but there are other
Right.
people that are better, right? So I understand I'm not the best, even though that is my name, Celeste the Best from East to
So
West.
yes, Celeste the best from the east to the west. Les Brown gave her that. That's
That's
part of
right.
his intro to her. He's like, if you want to
That's
know
right.
about who Celeste Johnson is from the east. Why do I keep saying? Oh
Is
my God.
Celeste the Best from East to
From the
West?
east. But no,
Now
I
you
see Celeste
know.
Brown again. I gotta stop that.
I
That is.
know, I know.
I said
Well,
it again.
he could do worse. He could do worse. I'm just saying,
Oh no, you are absolutely very pleasant on the eyes. Okay, Celeste Johnson is who we're talking to today
Yes,
here on the Kim
yes,
Jacobs Show. That's definitely a positive mistake to make. Don't get me wrong, because she is definitely positive on the
absolutely.
eyes. But I hope that answered your question, Benjamin, as well. And I know in this book that I've written called Extreme Balance Makeover, it was the very first book that I wrote.
Mhm.
It was in there. I'm talking about celebrating yourself, how important it is to celebrate yourself. Even if other people don't celebrate you, how do you celebrate yourself? And identifying what your gifts and your talents are. Make sure you take advantage of learning more about you. And just that blank sheet of paper doesn't have to
Mhm.
be anything fancy. Writing down what people say that they seek advice from you about already. These are some basic things that can help you identify what you're gifted at doing.
Let's talk about what's on the screen. Fear of being laughed at. I
Fear
want
of
to
being
also,
laughed at, Bishnu says. Come on.
yeah, and let me finish with Benjamin. One other thing that both of you could do is actually, if you didn't get this, I want to just go back. Get a piece of paper and just start writing out all of the attributes that you have. And
Yeah.
maybe you won't get them all in one sitting. Get it in a binder and keep adding there what people say. Just start that. Start
Yeah.
that file and then look at it. Look at it before you go on a meeting. Good, look at it if you want to boost yourself up or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And then in alignment with that, if people laugh at you, you know what? That's hurtful. I know you don't want to be laughed at. But again, it really goes back to the similar thing that I said before. Unfortunately, um, some people some people, first of all, are just cruel. Some people are. I mean, we have the best of humanity. We have some wonderful, loving, amazing people in our world, and we love them. And then we have people that are hurting, and
Right.
hurt people. And sometimes the way they do it, is they'll snap at you with things they'll say, or they'll laugh, or do different things, and that's not helpful. But what you
Right.
have to do is continue to feed yourself, realizing that no matter what anybody else says, I truly believe that God has put something uniquely in you, and you have to own that, walk
That's
in
right.
that, realize that everyone won't see it. And my thing is, I don't say, talk to the hand like some people say, but basically I'm saying talk to the hand. It's like you don't see it, you don't respect it, you don't appreciate it. That's your loss,
That's
right?
right.
It's your loss because I'm really an amazing woman or a man or whoever it might be. And that's where you have to stand in that. You have to stay on that side. You can't control anyone else, but you
That's
can
right.
control your own emotions. And
That's
this
it.
old saying, it's not what happens to you, it's what you do in response to what happens to you. And what I say is you shake it off and say, you know what? They don't know better. Because if they really knew me, they wouldn't be laughing. They'd be trying to figure out how they could be my friend.
That's it. That's it. Does that help you, Bishnu? Listen, they wouldn't be laughing. They would be trying to be your friend because they would know the gifts and the talents and the value that you bring to this earth. So,
And wait a minute, and dare to succeed. And then once you succeed, who has the last laugh? Oh, stop!
come through, laugh,
You know,
laugh.
people
What's
laugh
funny
at
now,
Michael
boo boo?
Jordan.
What's
They
funny
laugh.
now?
Hello, like, right. Just watch me, just be successful at any cost. Not any cost. Let me break that up. Be
Yeah.
successful without whatever the odds that you're going against. And then those people that were laughing, they probably won't be laughing
Right,
anymore.
right, right. I love it. I love that advice. We're getting some great advice right here from Celeste Johnson. Somebody said, I saw somewhere that says, I fail miserably with follow through for myself, but for others, I go the whole way. That's a
Yeah.
good, Teresa, bravo. Good
Mhm.
question. All
That's a
of
good
these questions are
question.
great, actually, but go ahead. Tell your,
And that is so, I get it. What it basically comes down to, and I'm not a therapist, but I've been doing this a long time and I know myself even, is we put other people above ourselves as a priority. We don't want to let anyone else down, but we let ourselves down. And part of that is most detrimental because we have to live with ourselves. And if we continue to do that, it's kind of like um I hate the word, but it's when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it,
Right.
even if nobody else knows it. If
Right.
you
You
say you're
know
going
it.
to do something, you know it. And therefore, you can't depend on yourself. That's
That
not a good place to be.
girl.
So we have to make ourselves a priority. We not an exclusion to others, but if you it's
Mm,
self-preservation is the first law of nature, right? And that's what they say. And so if you can't stand and be confident that you can trust yourself,
mm.
how can others really trust you?
Wow. I agree wholeheartedly. And if
And then
so,
the other
come
thing is,
through for you. Come
hey,
through for you.
first, and if you don't have an agenda, people will always have an agenda. If you're always doing something for someone else, they'll always keep you doing that and you'll never take care of you, and that's depleting. So I just really encourage you to just make yourself a priority. I mean, again, I'm big on writing things down.
I
A
am
lot
too.
of
I have a
times
gazillion binders. My
you're right,
children are like, Ma.
absolutely. And it's easy, particularly for women and their families.
Mhm.
Women, I talk to a lot of women. A lot of times we are inclined to serve the others first. But remember, the airline, we talk about it as a great example. When the oxygen comes down, what do they tell you? Put it on the mask on yourself first and then put it on someone else, because you can't sustain helping others if you're not taking care of yourself first. So
I agree.
we've got to do that. And even as women, and we can give out to our kids and give out to our spouses, and that's great. But you'll deplete yourself to a point where you're not able to give anymore. And that's when you crash and burn.
Right. So, and
Don't
you
crash
can't,
and
you're
burn.
no good crashed and burned helping anybody else. We
That's
know
right.
that. So
That's
this
right.
is good, Phyllis says. And Lisa Thomas said, hey, these are great words of wisdom. Celeste and Benjamin said, yes, that is him on the picture. And he's really glad that he asked the question, even though he didn't want to ask the question. But I'm more armed and lifted now that I started the program. So thank you so much. Yes.
Awesome. Well, you're going to love it. Get the book. If you get the book, I'm sure that's going to encourage you even further. And there's opportunities to engage also with the book. We're doing a bit. Can we tell them the way that they do it, Kim?
Yes, we go. Let me take a quick commercial break and then we're going to come back and hear how you can be a part of not just getting the book, but getting in with a challenge, a
Mhm.
5-day challenge that's going to be happening, and how it's going to give you so much more than you could have ever imagined than just being a part of a book launch only. Okay. So we'll be right back. Let me take this picture down. Mackenzie, you can go to commercial break. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Samantha Benson, and I'm with Get Insured Solutions. You can get life insurance anywhere across the country, but with Get Insured Solutions, we have an advocacy program that helps families at the worst time of their lives with the loss of their loved ones. That means we have a funeral advocacy program that helps your family with funeral merchandise, negotiating the cost of your funeral expenses, and living benefits. Get Insured Solutions, LLC. Contact me, Samantha Benson.
All right, everyone, we're back and we're talking with Celeste Johnson. And we're now going to she's going to tell you how you can go well beyond just ordering the book. But first, to pre order the book, here's the bit.ly link. And the bit.ly link will be put in the comments section for you. But that way you can click on the link and be able to go right to it to pre order the book of Dare to Succeed Despite the Odds. All right, so let's go ahead and get you talking about the program.
Okay, let me just say this one thing about, first of all, for whoever does decide to purchase it, thank you so much in advance. I am excited about it. I truly believe it really is a great book. I read lots of books, and I know it's kind of self-serving, but it really is a good book. So I want you to get in and to really benefit. And one of the things I'm doing, two things. First of all, the Bitly is case sensitive, so make sure you type it just as is or cut and paste it. It's time to win. It is lowercase, and time to win. All of those are uppercase. So do that. But along with the book, you're going to get a couple other things, and Kim alluded to that, which I'm excited about. For those that pre-order, we're going to do a couple things. One, only the ones that pre-order will be invited to a private Zoom meeting where we'll get a chance to, talk with me, and we'll answer one-on-one. We'll have some dialogues. It's just a
That
private.
alone, everybody, is worth it, okay? The knowledge that this woman has packed inside of her brain is something that I've not experienced that often, and you can get a year's worth of ahead of the game just by sitting with 5-10 minutes of Celeste Johnson's time.
Oh, that's kind to say. I really have consumed a lot of information. I love it. But that you'll get a private session. Only those that order in advance will be invited to that particular one. So it's a special launch edition. The other thing that is Kim mentioned earlier, I am going to do a 5-day challenge, which is awesome. And that will deep dive in some areas. So very practical. Every single day, you will walk away with something that you have done that's moving you forward. It's not just content. No, here's an action item, do this action sheet. So at the end of the week, you've got some things tangibly that has moved you forward to being successful. It's really, really exciting. So you'll be invited to that. We're also going to have a book launch party, an Amazon launch party. We're giving away lots of freebies, lots of goodies. You'll be invited to participate in that. That's going to be really cool. And then we have, I think that's the book launch party. And those that pre-order, once you get the book and you get through it, and there's going to be another edition coming down. There's a special edition. Some of you might have comments and things that you say about the book, maybe included. You know how you put different comments and people have messages about the book. I'm going to pull a few of them from some of you, and they'll be part of the next published edition. So that's pretty cool too. Yeah.
So y'all make sure you go to bit.ly, the bit.ly link / it's time to win. The bit.ly link / it's time to win. For any of the audio podcast listeners, you don't want to miss this opportunity. It's going to be life-changing and great inclusion if you're going to be on the ground floor of her new debut of her book. Go ahead, say some more. You even say you love it. Okay.
Yeah, I love that guy too. That's really cool. So yeah, that's the other thing that I was going to say is even in the challenge, you actually will get a VIP to invite to the challenge. So the broad audience, congregation, whoever comes in will be in general, but then the VIPs will again be able to be backstage and talk to all of the presenters. It'll be myself and other presenters that are working with it as well. So you'll get a chance to pick their brain, and it's just really cool. We're making it really appealing for you. So that's what I want to do, and I hope that you all join me. And Les did he did the forward on it, and he always talks about how I have all this information. I do have lots. I am just an information junkie, and so he says you got all this content, but you got to get it out to the people. So
you got to get it out to the people. He teaches that a lot. You got to get it out.
Get it out to the people. So this is the first that is revised, and I think you're gonna love it. And there are others that are coming. So get inside the group, and we've got some good things. And Kim, we work together, and we're going to have some
I'm in the group.
I
paid to be in the group too. So I'm not just
already there.
You all to do something I'm not willing to do. The minute she sent it out via text, within 2 seconds, I had my package or whatever it is that she's offering. I want to be a part of it always.
And I appreciate that support so much. And ladies and gentlemen, we need that in our lives. We need people in our lives that they rally around us. And one of the things is supporting one another. I support you, you support me. That's how we all rise. Instead of I have to have my own, you have to have your own. No, we work together. That's how you escalate. And part of success is really relationships. A big part of success is relationships. It's people that believe in you, people that open doors for you, people that encourage you, people that support you, and you do that for others, and it comes back. It's the law of reciprocity. So I'm just really encouraging all of you, whether you get this book or not, I'd like you to get it, but if you don't, find some people that you can support, people in your life that you can encourage. Be that person. If someone's laughing at you, how can I support you? Sometimes kindness. My mom used to say, you get more with honey than with vinegar or something. Just instead of someone reaching out in a negative way, respond in kindness. They don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah. Let me give you a quick example of something that just happened with me. For example, my brother, I had no idea what he was asking me to come meet him at the local Walmart for. He was like, Kim, can you meet me at Walmart for a minute? I was like, what in the world he want to meet him for right now? And it's dark. I don't be going out too much in the dark. Guess what? He wanted to come and give me flowers.
Oh, look.
And he gave flowers for me and for my daughter. And I was like, I wasn't even dressed. My hair was, you see my hair all tied down. but I threw that and came on and met him. And here he came out of the car with two nice bouquets of flowers. How
Oh, that's
kind is
awesome.
that? He didn't even have to even
That's
do that.
awesome.
My daughter was starting school and he just, came and did that and surprised us with some flowers. I thought that was so sweet.
No, that's awesome. And we can do that. Whether it's flowers or a card or a message, all of that contributes because what you sow, the word talks about reap what you sow, what you plant in others, it may not come back directly from them, but it
Right.
comes back. It
Yes,
comes
it
back.
does.
You want to succeed. And success is not, let me be clear of this. Part of what we do in the very beginning is define success for you. Because what I call success may be different than how you define success. And so we need to define success for yourself. What does that look like? Right. And
Right.
then it's not about arriving at a certain place, it's about the process, living successfully. Every day there are wins.
There's
Yes.
one
Every
every
day.
time you say something that's making me think of something. This is my son when he was about 300 pounds,
Oh my
and
God.
he's been on a weight loss journey,
Oh my
and
God. Look.
he's now lost 100 pounds strictly through diet and exercise, and so he's on a mission to be able to become this personal trainer to help people with nutrition, and
Wow.
so daring to succeed despite the odds, and he has
That's right.
cystic fibrosis. He lives with this disease, and he's kicking it in the head because he's
Oh my God.
determined to succeed despite the odds,
I love it. And
Yeah.
and he's doing amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for showing that picture, I think.
Yeah. It might get people a little bit overheated and stuff, but today is
Yeah.
also National Back to School Prep Day. So if you all have been preparing, please drop in the comment sections how you prepared to help your children prepare to go back to school and what are some tips and advice you have out there so that other viewers can benefit. So pop it in the comment section. So Les, how can people once again stay connected with you?
Absolutely. For sure, you can always go to my website, which is celestejohnson.com, Johnson without the H. And I know people don't hear it, but it's
I know.
Celeste Johnson, JONSON.com, celestejohnson.com. You can always go there. And certainly, if you get the book, I'll have your information. I'll be able to let you know what's coming up. And there are some really, really great things. You'll hear about the CD project too when that comes. It's some really good songs on there. If I say so myself, I was listening the other day, and again, it's kind of funny. I find it kind of funny when you do work and then you go back and you listen to work. It's like, who was that? Wow, she was good. And I'm sure you got that same scenario. So yeah, reach out to me by email or by my website, which you can also put your information in there. Or if you get the book, again, I will have that information and I will send you updates on what's going on. So please keep in touch.
Now, if there's one tip that you didn't share on today's broadcast that you say, dog, I meant to say this one thing and I didn't say it. So say it if you don't mind.
You know what? It's interesting. What just came to mind is a phrase that I use actually is the closing on my email.
Hmm.
And it is keep believing. Keep believing. No matter what comes up. When you get tired, rest. But keep believing. Keep believing in what's possible. Keep believing in your ability to get up again. Keep believing in the power greater than you. Keep believing in people. People will let you down. They will. We will. It's part of being human, unfortunately. They will. But keep believing in people, in the possibilities, because we have to keep hope alive. Thank you, Jesse Jackson. But it's very true.
Yeah, keep up
Got to hold
alive.
on to that. Someone has to hold on to hope. And, I'm a big, Kim, you already know, I'm a big advocate for hope, helping ourselves and others pivot, prosper, and excel. That's what I say hope is. And so keep believing in what can happen and then stay connected with people that will help you keep
That's good.
believing.
That's so good. You've just shared so much in a short period of time. Yes, keep believing. Lisa said. Someone said I saw a comment saying this was just absolutely great. I see lots of comments saying that people are pre-ordering the book. If you're going to pre-order the book, I am definitely pre-ordering the book, and I'm going to that Bitly link. And if you've already ordered it, put it up here. And as we're closing out, I'll put some of those. Yes, I pre-ordered it. I got mine. Thanks, Celeste.
Thank you,
Yes.
Lisa.
Also, I want to encourage you all, the way that this program works, the way that the Kim Jacobs Show thrives is to be able to have community contributors like yourselves. So
Yes.
please make sure that you take a moment and support the Kim Jacobs Show so that we can continue to come on daily, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time to help bring balance to the world, one household at a time. So thank you for all that already do contribute to the program. All right, so I see all of the comments. This has been incredible. Keep believing. This is so powerful.
Mhm.
God bless you, Kim and Celeste. Yes. Janice said, I got it. I got mine. I got mine. All right, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in today. And guess what? Tomorrow, I wanted to share, there is a young man that's going to be coming on, and he is talking about coming from the sandbox to the cell. He spent over 20 something years in prison, and he is out and completely reformed and helping other people on this journey. His name is Joseph Landon. He's a motivational speaker. He is a tremendous young man that is making some wonderful things happen on this earth. You all don't want to miss tomorrow's riveting episode of his story from the sandbox to the cell block. And his story is going to be a game changer for you. Get this book, everybody. Dare to Succeed. No more excuses. It's time to win. And on that note, we want to thank you all for tuning in to the Kim Jacobs Show today. And make sure you go get that book, bit.ly link / it's time to win. It's in your comment section in the links. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, Celeste Johnson.
Thank you, Kim Jacobs. It's a delight. I appreciate it. And bless you all. Just thank you so much for those who have already done it. And just keep believing.
All right, everybody. Have a great day and see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Kim Jacobs Show.